And we're back. Did you miss me? Of course you did. I'm delightful. I'm still wearing my little Paisley shirt. Ain't I cute? We are reading Almost Odis by me, Dusty Thompson. Buy your copy and follow along. For those of you who are following along, we're on page 239. Also in January 2013, I began a 75-day detail as the Acting Associate Director of my healthcare system, which is the Palo Alto healthcare system at the time. When I won the National Prosthetic Service of the Year award, I thought about my next career step. This detail would be an amazing opportunity for me and one that would help me decide if this is what I wanted to do, to be an executive. This included the time our facility underwent our triennial Joint Commission accreditation survey. I knew this would be a more stressful time as I would still need to keep an eye on my service. I have issues with letting completely go of something, afraid others cannot do as good a job as I can. I'm not proud of this trait. I told the dad that I would need him to be more helpful around the house and be prepared to see less of me and the fact that I would be tired of not wanting to watch as much TV or talk as often. I had talked to the dad about my need to be able to relax when I came home because the job as acting associate director was too important to mess up. My inherited anger is pronounced when I am tired and or stressed or hungry. I know I need to be well rested to be able to handle whatever life throws my way. Prayer is a powerful weapon, but sometimes my anger seemed too strong for even that. His immediate reaction was to take offense at my suggestion that he wasn't helpful. When I tried to massage the message, it didn't help. I apologized and he eventually agreed in theory, but he was adamant that I had not inherited the temper from him, as he assured me he was not an angry person. The next morning he told me he was proud of me, but in the same breath warned me about forgetting where I came from. I wasn't sure what he meant by that, and when I asked him, he said, "Just don't be getting any ideas that you're better than other people." I just stared at him. He had been living with me for 15 months and saw me daily, not forgetting where I came from. We had already had several conversations about my self-esteem and trying to feel like I deserved my position and not like I was some redneck imposter trying to fake like I belonged. I had only come to terms with being happy with who I am or who I was in 2010 and truly only became confident enough to give up a big title in Washington, D.C. when I moved to California. Keeping my ego in check is not too difficult. If I ever feel like I might be amazing, one call to my sister will get the ball rolling on embarrassing things from my childhood and I am suddenly back down to earth with the regular people. Family will keep you grounded. For example, when she met Ben, she told me later, "I can't believe you found someone as wonderful as him." I said, "Why? I'm wonderful." She said, "Well, sometimes you're kind of an ass." I'm like, "Oh, well, okay, fair enough, but dang. My husband is wonderful. Ben's adorable. So cute." Hey, Ben. He's right there filming, y'all. And grounded would have been fine. What he often did wasn't keep me grounded. It was more like shooting me out of the sky when I was trying to fly. When I would come home from work after a hard day, I would retreat to my room after a cursory hello and a check on his condition/mood. I would stay there until it was time to eat as I simply needed quiet to relax. I don't require actual sleep. Even with my bedroom door closed and his door closed at the other end of the house, I could still hear his TV. When I asked if he could turn it down, he claimed he couldn't hear it. When I asked him to use his hearing aids that he insisted he did not need, although the audiologist issued to him after an ear test I had to schedule behind his back, he assured me he did not need them. When I tried to explain what I needed, he would get mad and tell me I was trying to act like I was smarter than him, fancier than him, better than him. It was a lose-lose situation and it impacted my work. It got to the point where I would stay late at work just to avoid him. Starbucks was more relaxing, as were most any restaurants. It didn't help that this caused me to spend more money than I should and gain weight I shouldn't. During this same time, I was involved in a national leadership program called Excellence in Government. It's a cross-agency program with 5 week-long learning sessions and a group project. I always wanted to do well when involved in an activity, and I was one of only 10 employees out of 200 people from across the federal government. I was classmates with Corey Ramsey. Hey, Corey. During my last national leadership program in 2008, I was used to being able to relax at home before and after each week. I needed time to think, relax, plan, and complete the required research and homework for my project in addition to my already hectic schedule and sometimes stressful job. Travel takes a lot out of you, especially flying to the East Coast from the West Coast, as 4 of the trips were to DC. I was not used to being required to take care of someone who preferred, it seemed, to be purposefully dependent on me. I didn't need to feel guilty for traveling out of town. I also didn't need a 72-year-old toddler with constant complaints and questionable requirements acting out when I didn't perform to their liking. But you can't put an adult in timeout. Believe me, I tried. He wouldn't stay there. It was one of the reasons there were few blogs during February and March. Once the detail ended, I was able to talk about something, even if it wasn't the dad. And we'll stop there and see you next time. Thanks.